Hi, I'm State Representative Julie Mayberry, and I welcome you to the Arkansas ADA Compliance course. I just want to take a minute and tell you how much I appreciate your efforts to ensure inclusion of all students who use your facilities. It's evident to me that the schools in Arkansas take ADA compliance very seriously. Act 987 of 2021 is not intended to be just another requirement for your school district, but rather an opportunity to help all students succeed. The focus of this course is to create consistency in assessments across the state, raise awareness to ADA needs, and promote proactive transition planning without placing undue burden to the district when it comes to ADA compliance. There is a common belief that an older building is grandfathered in and does not have to comply with federal ADA law. That's not exactly the case. In my 20 years of raising a child with a disability, one who uses a wheelchair for mobility, I've learned that most of the time, it's not that anyone wants to exclude someone. It's not purposeful. It's more that the limited access is not noticed. If I wasn't helping my daughter Katie maneuver around school grounds, I might not realize the difficulties in getting from point A to point B. This learning tool presented to you from the Department of Education Facilities Division is being created to help you see the world through the eyes of people who have special needs. In an effort to promote proactive planning, let me share a few examples of how this benefits everyone. The high school in our district is 2 stories and was an older building. We began mentioning when Katie was in 6th grade that she would eventually be on the campus and would need access to both upstairs and downstairs for classes. One semester before Katie arrived on that campus, an elevator was installed. Yes, there had been other students in chairs at the high school before Katie, but usually those students stayed in one area of the school, in the special education department. Katie was mainstreamed and took either advanced classes or regular education classes. By providing the elevator, she graduated in 2020 with 2 college credit courses complete and a 3.4 GPA and is now in college. Thank you, Sheridan School District, for giving her access and the tools that she needed to succeed. That elevator was as important as the teacher, books, and computers. However, once the elevator was installed, so many others benefited from the addition. Numerous students and staff had injuries or surgeries requiring temporary use of the elevators while in recovery. Faculty began using the elevator to transport heavier items up and down, which is more efficient and carries less risk than potentially falling downstairs with a heavy box of books. In another school district, Whitehall, an accessible bathroom was created by taking 2 toilet stalls and making a larger one so that one student in a wheelchair, Rissa, could use a restroom, a basic human need. Imagine being in school all day and not being allowed to use a restroom. When the water is not working in a school district, the toilets don't work and school is closed. Students are sent home. Having a restroom is imperative. The school district also installed a ramp so that Rissa could serve her community through the work of the ROTC program. Without that ramp, she would not be able to give back to others, and now she has opened the ROTC program to others who use chairs for mobility. Thank you, Whitehall. Access is not just for students, but faculty, parents, grandparents, and the community. A friend of mine, a mom who has no legs and uses a wheelchair for mobility, struggles to get into the school building because the parking lot is all gravel. Have you ever tried to push a wheelchair through gravel? You might as well have a moat with alligators around it. It's that challenging. I believe parents need to be engaged in a child's education by attending parent-teacher conferences, school performances, athletic events, CAPS conferences, and the list goes on. If the parent has no access into the building, you've created a huge barrier to the student's success. ADA is not just about wheelchair access. There are many other challenges to accessing programs that could run the gamut, from being sensory impaired to recovering from a temporary injury, to grandparents' access to programs. We want to provide access to all students, staff, and visitors who use school facilities across the state of Arkansas. The easy-to-use checklist provided in this course will help you help your school achieve even more success in accessing programs at your existing facilities in the areas of approach and entrance, access to goods and services, access to public restrooms, and access to other areas. I thank the ADE Division of Facilities and Transportation, Division of Elementary and Secondary Education, the Arkansas Association of Educational Administrators, Arkansas Public School Resource Center, Arkansas Division of Building Authority, and our State Fire Marshal for their hard work in drafting this checklist and making it user-friendly. So let's get started by clicking the blue modules link below this video and read through the guidelines. Our goal is to help you see what may not be apparent and work on solutions to remove those barriers so all students can reach their full potential across the great state of Arkansas.